Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sub-Rogue on Legion Alpha. This is the third time I have done this quest. Once because it bugged out and I had to redo it. And secondly, I recorded it and uploaded it. It was due for release today. But Blizzard has also announced today that they are very, very unhappy with the feedback they're getting for the Sub-Rogue. And they're going to change it rather dramatically. So in a shift of what I did previously, I'm not going to do a preview for you because all these spells and how this spec works is going to change rather dramatically, apparently, which is good news. The reason I'm reshooting this is a lot of my commentary during the initial playthrough of the Sub-Rogue was how unhappy I was with how this thing plays. It's an absolute disaster. So I'm going to ignore that. We're just going to get started. It is what it is, and it's going to change, and we'll cover that when I can actually spend some time doing some class analysis on it. So, called the Uncrowned, my masters gave me strict instructions to deliver this letter to you as quickly as possible. Its contents are for you, and you alone. Good luck. Gimme. Read the letter. Lord Jorak Ravenholt. Charette, your presence is requested in the Hall of Shadows, which has had a new entrance, by the way. It's very cool. Enter the glorious goods shop and utter the raven calls to Jack Findel. He will show you the way. Yes, indeed. So previously, the rogue entrance was over here. Come alone and ensure you are not followed. The eyes of the Uncrowned are upon you. So over here was the actual entrance to the rogue hall, which is underneath Dalaran. It's hidden in the sewers. They've decided to change that. I think the feedback they got from when we did the Outlaw Rogue video, containing the sort of movable lamps and this very sort of 007 and sort of haunted mansion feel, people responded really well to that, so they've added on to that with this moment here. Read Jack Findel, the Raven calls. See you later. And how it's so cool. It is extremely cool. There is no getting away from the fact that that is very, very, very much better than the original system. I also love this, by the way. Only a fool walks into the Hall of Shadows unaware. Ah, Charette, I didn't realize it was you. My apologies. The Uncrowned await your arrival. This guy is Milton Beats. His title is the Giver of Beatings. I love this, and I wish with all my heart that we can get that title, because it's awesome. It's absolutely awesome. I hate this. You can't shadow step NPCs, which is super annoying. So I'll have to work on my my front flip rotation until we get to where we're going. And meet up with our esteemed Council of Shadows is where we're going, which is entered by pulling this torch. Hello, secret entrance, the Chamber of Shadows. What's going on in here? Ah, there you are, Charette. Everyone is accounted for. Yes, indeed.
Need help?
The final shadow. You walk in the hall of the Uncrowned, the slayers of kings, the downfall of empires, the unseen blades that write the true history of this world. Seated before you, however, are the shadows, the council which guides the blades of the Uncrowned. Wherever our will demands, we have brought you here today with an offer. Take your seat as the final shadow and help us lead the Uncrowned. What do you say, Charette?
Be careful.
Yeah. Let's do it. Take a seat. So who've we got? We've got Valera Sanguinar, we've got Tayoshi, we've got Fleet Admiral Tethys, we've got Garona, we've got Princess Tess Greymane, and of course Lord Jorak. Could we get started? If you talk less, we could. Stop it! Or I'll make you. Yeah, not exactly the most... it's more of a Game of Thrones council. Fellow Shadows, in light of the events at the Broken Shore, the Legion threat can no longer be ignored. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Grown is happy. I like it. We must act, or Azeroth will fall. I love this guy. Hired Bard. He just chills out in the corner and plays things. There's also a guy over here with the quest. Winston Wolfe. You may remember from Reservoir Dogs is here. I'm interested to see what he does. Charette will be our blade. They will strike. Strike at the very heart of the enemy, where no other can. Their skills and their guile will instill fear into our enemies. The Legion will cower at the mere thought of the Uncrowned. I'm getting inducted. I'm joining the team. So join me, brothers and sisters. Join me in welcoming the final shadow. Join me in welcoming the Legion's end. That's me. So I'm told. Right then. Welcome to the Uncrowned. Cool. And we get a sneaky insignia. A worthy blade. We have been waiting for someone worthy who can operate outside of these walls for quite some time. That is where you come in. You will be the blade that strikes down the Legion, that maintains our control over this world. However, in order to do so, you need weapons capable of killing their leaders. Garona, Tethys, and Valera each have devised plans to obtain weapons worthy of your duty. Have a word with them. So, this is where we're going to choose our weapons. Should we go for sub or combat or assassination? So, Garona's game plan is, with each life I took, their spirit blood fed anguish and sorrow's dark power. Eventually, the blades proved to be too much. After assassinating King Lan against my own will, I had Merrill Fellstorm hide them away so that they would never be used again. The Kingslayers are the only blade that can destroy Gul'dan and his foul allies.
Let the hunt begin.
Tethys, of course, is the outlaw guy.
For the Alliance.
Not much to say. Don't humour it. I've nearly located the legendary Fangs of the Devourer, crafted from the fangs of Sargeras' personal hound. There are no equal blades, so each of them feels that their spec is best.
Victory
Typical
lies
rogue
ahead.
behaviour. I like it. After the fall of Sargeras' personal hound, Gormor, his dreadlords took the hound's best teeth back to the Legion homeworld. Upon the great demon forge, they forged the fangs into a pair of daggers, said to still carry Gormor's venom, able to twist the very air around them into shadow. Sargeras' called upon Kil'jaeden's top assassin to wield the fangs of the Devourer, Akari Shadowgore. She's used them to great effect ever since, and despite our attempts, we haven't been able to stop her. With you on our side, we might have a chance. Cool. So, very awesome. I love the whole rogue thing. So, it didn't give me Tethys'. Let's tell me about your plan. There we go. Cool. So, he wants us to be the outlaw one, which we saw in the previous video, which is awesome.
What can I do for you?
So, as we are sub, we will be going for Gorfang, which is the Demon Blades. So, one thing I expect to not change when the actual sub changes are done, which they say will be next patch-ish, is this reliance on shadow over bleeds. It's a very weird decision to make, but so like Rupture is now Nightblade. Instead of dealing bleed damage, it does shadow damage, and so on and so forth. This is kind of intermixed and interlaced. Shadow Blades is our big cooldown. They're very into the magic style of sub. So that I don't think that will change at all. I think they'll keep that idea, but whether or not they'll bring in some actually fun mechanics, that's yet to be seen. The Shadows reveal then. The Fangs of the Devourer are wielded by Akari Shadowgore, one of Kil'jaeden's personal assassins. Every attempt on her life ends the same. She's gone before we arrive. Valera scrolls a few lines on a piece of paper, handing it to you. But not this time. We've been working with these contacts for some time to find Akari, so we can finally take the Fangs for our own purpose. Okay, so we're going to go meet some contacts. Cool. So he says here, he has a quest. It must be a low-level quest, but you can't get it yet. So I do not meet the requirements. So maybe it's a high-level quest, like a 110 quest, maybe, or maybe it's just not even in the game yet. Either way, I can't wait to see what it is. But overall, I absolutely love this place. I still would have liked the manor, absolutely, but I'm not upset with this. I know a lot of rogues are still pissy about it. I think it's actually fine. This area is very cool. They've put a lot of effort into making it kind of unique, which is personally fine. So you can see the sneaky exit here that comes out of one more glass. So we need to speak to Lucian.
Hello.
The shadows reveal, Lucian.
See you around.
Lucian. Nothing to share, I'm afraid. The wine gets people talking, but sometimes they just don't have anything useful to say. And once again, as is a common theme, I forgot to put my mount on my bars, which is the way I tend to do things. You've earned the title Master Assassin Charette. Yay! Let's turn titles off. Everybody's wielding these titles, which is... I would rather you had to finish some kind of in-depth quest line involving your hall to get the titles. That would have been better, I think. Well, here we go. Let's find our second guy. Oh, no! Desmond! What happened? No, Desmond. Search the body for clues. Searching. Nothing here. Da da da! Huda! Huda! Get involved with my awesome deeps. Feel my deeps. Feel the deeps as they enter you. Yeah. So, I don't want anybody to read too much into how I'm actually playing, and the reason for that is pretty simple. There's lots of bugs. In fact, I declared at the end of the video that I initially did on this that this spec was just broken. Completely broken. Like, Shadow Dance doesn't really work. A lot of the stuff that gives you extra combo points isn't working. All this kind of stuff. So we got some Thistle Tea there, which is a nice old school nostalgic knockback for many of us. Now let us move on. Yeah, so you'll just notice that nothing is really seeming right with how I'm playing. So I don't want you to read into that like either I'm playing it incorrectly or the spec looks really bad. They're changing it. It is really bad right now. That's fine. We'll just declare that as like an open thing. Yeah, it's not working correctly. It's okay. they're going to change it. So I'm surprised they've made such an announcement they're going to change it so dramatically, given that a lot of stuff just isn't working. Now, this part of the quest is going to bug. This is a pain. Okay, so what I'm going to have to do here, unfortunately, see, this is my contact. Now, because I have this debuff, I'm not allowed to speak to him unless they fixed it. They might have fixed it. This is cool. What happened in the last couple of days, if you had this debuff, this guy wouldn't speak to you because you're PvP flagged, and you had to talk to this guy. Let me show you this. You had to talk to this guy, and then you have to pay him with these sort of Dalaran tokens to get rid of the debuff. Which is kind of annoying, but this looks like it's fixed, so just something to bear in mind in overall Legion gameplay is that as a kind of mechanic that's in the game. The shadows reveal. Talk. It seems fate is on your side, Rogue. Excellent, this is working. Fantastic news. Akari is in the very city, spying for her masters. Oh lordy. I will gladly tell you where, in exchange for a rune of portals. So he wants paying off. Until then, our business is complete. What a dick. Total dickhead. Absolute dickhead. So he's been working with us for so long, yet we finally have some good information out of him, and he's like, yeah, well, you guys really need this information, so I'm going to fuck you for that. I believe I have Night Stalker. Do I? I don't have Night Stalker, so being a stealth is not that much of a benefit. Excellent. So there's Sanguinar just chilling, reading her max.
We will have
a rune of portals? Who does Valzoon think he is? Valara takes a deep... It's worth the price. But those runes aren't exactly easy to come by unless... Archmage Cylindra, the Kirintor's portal master, has a study in the centre of town. We rogues aren't particularly welcome there, nor would she simply hand a rune over even if we were. Valera smirks. But who said anything about asking? So this is one of the best things about the subquest. Is about being a fucking rogue, which is amazing, and I'm so happy they did this. So we're going to go and do some burglary. We're burglarizing, and we've got to do some sneaky. So if you did your legendary ring quest, this will look remarkably similar. So sneaky. It'd be nice if there was like shadow step and stuff involved, but I get that they don't want to overcomplicate this for everybody who's going to have to do this quest, because as we've stated many times, despite the fact that the quests constantly sort of ram down your throat that you are absolutely fucking amazing and like have conquered most of the universe by this point, it's still designed to be completed by the worst of the worst players, and even those who've never played the class and want to just do it for fun. So that's something to bear in mind there as they keep ramming it down your throat. It's like, all the shit you did in WoD and in like Azeroth and stuff. Oh my god, you're so hardcore. And then they give you this super easy quest, but we'll get over it. Okay, so Rune of Portals to Valzoon. There you go, buddy.
State your business.
They say the Fangs of the Devourer have no equal. If that's true, they're worth any price. Valzoon actually kept his end of the bargain. I'm impressed. Closing in. The Legerdemain Lounge isn't far from here. We have agents nearby that can secure the area. Come, prepared for a fight. Akari won't go down easily. Okay, then. I wish I had some form of preparation to do, but we don't, unfortunately. Sad times as that may be. So, off we go. Now, if you ever did your... you'll know exactly where this building is if you ever played Wrath of the Lich King and did your daily cooking quests, of course, because this guy needs all the chilled meat in the universe, which is always something I remember. Akari retreated upstairs as we arrived. She's all yours. And there's police going by me. Oh my god, I'm such a thug. Okay. Hello. Feel my blades upon your back. Now I am using... So what you'll notice is I keep popping into stealth. That's the way Shadow Dance currently works. Which is to... Every time you do a finisher, especially a 5-point finisher, you'll pop into Shadow Dance, like, momentarily. You can see it there, but it's actually breaking as soon as you take any damage, which is a bit of a bummer, to say the least. But it's okay. It's not something I'm going to cry about, that's for sure. Reapply our bleed/shadow damage. You can see how cheap these spells are, though. You see the way the energy is all... The energy is very weird. Very, very weird. I'm actually not using my other finish at the moment because it's about to... She's about to die, so I don't need to do it. What I've taken is a very interesting idea for a spell. Because Hat is gone, Honor Among Thieves, for those of you who aren't clear on that, which gives you combo points when other people do stuff in your raid. They've replaced it with all sorts of various other abilities, like extra combo point generation from here, extra combo point from there, and even a finisher. There's no Slice and Dice currently with Sub, but you can pick up an extra finisher in place of Slice and Dice called Enveloping Shadows, which means you get double combo points. So that's quite... it's you know, I like Slice and Dice, but this is just the same thing, so it's okay. Join Valera in the underbelly. So we have killed Akari, but oh noes! It was a filthy tarp and wasn't actually her. Oh, shenanigans. Much shenanigans. So now that Valera, I should keep up with the story, but I have done this 3 times. Valzoon, I will be your death. So they blame Valzoon because that wasn't actually who we were after. And they think that shenanigans is on Valzoon's head. So now Valera wants to kill Valzoon. Stop! Stop! I didn't know, I swear it! Come on, man. Leave me alone. I would cut off his tentacles. I can still help you. I could take you to Akari stronghold.
Death to all who oppose us.
If you spare me, I can use the rune of portals you provided to open a gateway to Akari Citadel in the Twisting Nether. Of course, killing the Legion's master assassin in her own domain will be no simple feat, but surely the fangs of the Devourer are worth the risk, no? Valzoon smiles. I will guide you through the Citadel once you arrive, but you'll have to defeat Akari on your own. So this guy's a total dickhead. I'm really hoping that he pops up later in Legion's lifetime. That would be really nice if he pops up again in some sort of rogue. Like I say, I really... there's a video coming out on this, so I'm not going to spoil it too much, but there's a lot of stuff they could do with the class halls that maybe they are going to do, but I'm not seeing any indication of it yet, which would be nice. Would be truly nice to see them involve this in some way, but I'm not going to say they're not doing it yet. It's more of like a I hope they do it kind of situation. Akari is opposite of the Citadel from you. You should be able to reach her unprotected. Engage Akari's Shadow Gore while you have the elements of surprise. Okay, so we're in one of our Legion forts, which you'll remember if you've seen any of the Demon Hunter stuff. What was that? Prepare yourselves, minions. Our Lord requires us on the field of battle. Yeah, that's who we're after for the old assassination. Xerus, deal with them. We have nearly made contact. Aha! Shenanigans! I'm at you now. Down you go. Down you go. Now I'm going to pop this one because... Yeah. And this is the new Fan of Knives, by the way, which is... it's basically Fan of Knives, but a Shadow version. Like I said, there's a big emphasis on Shadow stuff. And they seem to be very okay with that. Cheap shot. Enough. Enough. She's got temporary abilities, by the way, there. You can see that. Take them to the holding cell. Lord Kill Jaden will be most pleased. Escape from the holding cell to finish the job. So this quest is very temporary, I think, even though the skills and the abilities I've already told you are very temporary. I actually think the whole quest is temporary because the holding cell is just you with all your gear, and this is the holding cell apparently. So I would say that most of the sub stuff is really unfinished, which I'm surprised that they were like, please give us feedback because we're ready to take feedback on this stuff. It's like, this clearly isn't right. What prison would put us just stood in the room while the Soul Keeper just mindlessly stands here? So, yeah. It's one of those where you kind of got to suspend your disbelief, I suppose, on what's actually going on. But for what it's worth, it's okay. It gets the job done, I should say. That'll do. Get it off. The key. Then we get these sort of dodgy bandages in case you nearly died to that guy. I don't know how, but somebody probably will. There you go. Escape the holding cell. That jailer presents an opportunity. You should be able to strike it through the shadows. Uh-oh, have I bugged the quest? Did I kill him too quick? I didn't go that fast. Uh-oh. Come on. I have the key. I have the key, bro. I have 2 of them, in fact. I have 2 keys. Let me out. Let's try a reload. Come on, man. Don't do this to me. He's disappeared. Is he going to respawn? That would be okay. I'd be fine with killing him again. If you'll let me continue. Please? Oh, God. Please don't make me do this quest a 4th time on this worst spec in the game. Blizz, you suck. You suck. Right, we're going to do a relog. We're going to relog real fast. Real fast, we're going to do a relog and see if that fixes it. I didn't go that fast. I'm pretty sure I didn't, honestly. I'm pretty sure I took my time there a little bit because I was explaining. I was talking about, like, having the gear and stuff, and you just appear in this room with the jailer with his back to you. You Shadow Strike to... Whoa, what's this? You Shadow Strike to escape. So he's trying to teach... Yeah, he's trying to teach you that Shadow Strike, like, works like Shadow Step. But I've already killed the guy, though. God damn. God damn. Oh, God. I just got a feeling that we'll log back in. He still won't be there. And I'm going to have to do this whole quest up till this point again. For the 4th time. And then I've still got to remake a rogue and try it out again later down the line. Okay, so we've logged out. In we go. Show me potato salad. Fuck. God damn it. I have the key. Open the door. Game. Okay, so I'm going to have to pause here and do this again to get to this point. I'll be back instantaneously for you guys. But for me, just know I've got 20 minutes of anguish ahead of me. Back in a moment. Okay, so we're back and we're a troll. And I'm going to wait until I get that message saying, why don't you go and kill the guy? Why don't you do that? Now, it says just obtain the key and escape the holding cell. But I'm just wary that this is going to fail again. So I'm going to hang out just a second. We should get a message, I think, saying... Well, I saw it last time. Move out armies to kill Jade and Glory awaits. Telling us that we need to get the key and all that kind of stuff. So let's have a little just mooch around, see if we can get something to trigger. Hopefully. Hopefully. I don't think I can pickpocket this guy. I'm tempted to just do stuff because I'm waiting. Please show me the notification. Show me the trigger. It happened after we killed him last time. Okay, the jailer presents an opportunity. You should be able to strike it through the shadows. Okay, so I wonder if the trigger is in fact using this ridiculous ability, the Shadow Strike thing, which makes no sense to me. Shadow Strike. It does 11,000 physical damage and requires stealth, but Gloomblade is cheaper and does more damage. So yeah, whatever. So let's do it that way then. If that's what the game wants us to do, let's do it that way, and let's hope and pray this works. We'll see. We'll see. You gonna do it? You gonna do it? Yeah, that's what you did. And then you die. Yeah, my mistress, the prisoner has escaped. Xeris, deal with them. We have nearly made contact. So, we're a troll now. I thought, why not? I haven't been a troll for a while, so I'll be a troll. I do like troll rogues. I wish they could look better in armor, but there you go. Xeris. Look at this guy. Such a badass. Such a total badass. I would be really curious, and I don't know if anyone can test that again, because I'm not going to do this again, obviously, but if the trigger for that event is, in fact, whether or not you do it with Shadow Strike as your first ability, and if you don't do that, I bet you're supposed to be held in place there. Yeah, it ties into the fact that you're not really, like, in a prison. So, that actually makes a lot of sense. If we were actually in a prison... of some description, then yeah, we were supposed to like Shadow Step, because Shadow Strike is like Shadow Step essentially, but it does a little bit of damage. That would make a lot of sense. Okay, Xeris, it will devour your flesh until nothing remains. The fangs are within your grasp. Yes, they are. I always get caught at the top of here. Oh. Nice. And now for the moment of absolute spectacle. Let me hide the mouse. For the return of KGZ in the house. His entrance needs a little bit of work unless they fixed it. Yeah, not quite got it yet. Could do with a little bit more spectacle than that. There he is with his wonky eye. Sup, bruv? Long time no see. You've done well, Akari. You have earned my blessing. Oh, yes. Sunwell was merely a setback. Azir Manari Kirel. Akim Manari Galah. So cool. Look at the lighting on him. It works so well. The fangs, their power is beyond comprehension. I am your humble servant, my lord. So this again is one of those suspension of disbelief. I mean, this chick just got hugely buffed by KG and or KJ, and you still just wreck her completely. So that's how awesome you are. The game is really trying to make you feel like you're the awesomeness, and if you don't like that, then that's on you. They will taste blood in your name. Akari Shadow Gore. There she is. We've been hunting you for so long, you cloven hoof bitch. Oh. Moment. Three, two, one. Okay, and we're good. The dog has relaxed. Excellent. Come on, Akari. Bring the noise. Hooah! Shadow Blades on. Berserking on, because we're a troll. Why not? Get our wonderful stuff on. Now, what is cool is when you go into this sort of faux Shadow Dance, you still gain the buffs that you should have got from being in Shadow Dance, which makes this very cool. Let's give it the old kidney shot. Give it the old prey on the weak damage. Nice. Eviscerate. Down you go. The problem is when you put on a lot of... No gouge. Oh, God. Parry, 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 parry. Come on. Come on. There we go. I was hoping to kidney shot her and decimate her before she managed to pull that off. But never mind. Never mind. Down you go. Join me in the nether. And there we claim, wielding the fangs of the Devourer. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Now, these are broken as well. Sorry to spoil the illusion. The Citadel has begun a self-destruction sequence. Make your way to the portal once you have the fangs. Or, we'll do this. Off we go. Use the portal. As if. As if! Get out of here. We've got our own teleport for some reason. We're good. What is quite cool, though, if you do run back here, which I had to do yesterday, you actually place your insignia on the table to the guy in the Glorious Goods shop instead of, like, saying the shadows fall or the raven calls or whatever the hell it is. You get it that way. I knew you'd succeed, Urtwaz. I'm glad you're on our side. Sure, yeah! Buffed by Kil'jaeden, Rector. The right tools for the job. You and I both understand, Urtwaz. Arcane magic and the Holy Light are no match for a rogue that knows how to twist a blade. But that isn't to say that infusing more power into the blade is a bad idea. You should head into the vault next door and speak with Marin Noggenfogger, Baron of Gadgetzan. He has something that will do nicely. Careful. Oh, yes. So, I'll give you a little brief tour because this place has been expanded upon. It's not finished yet, the old class hall, but it's very cool. So, obviously, we're in Dalaran Sewer, so you tend to come in from that way. Not much else going on there. You can see they've still got the under construction sign here, of which they're doing more. There's the bank. But we've got this area now. And we've also got this, which is very cool. So I'm going to show you this because I love this, although it doesn't do anything yet. So we're in the Tunnel of Woe, which is one of the sewer pipes of Dalaran. And you walk all the way down here. You come all the way down here. And what you're going to find at the end of it is a plank where you can actually walk the plank. I believe it's called the plank. Yeah, the plank. So, yeah, I hope there's a story. There has to be something here, right? Where we make someone walk the plank. I mean, it fits the outlaw theme that they're going for. So, here's hoping. Fingers crossed that something happens with that plank. It was the first place that I found when I came in here when I was, like, browsing around. And really excited to see what they do with that because they've obviously put it there for a reason. Let's hope it's worth our wait. And they've also inputted this little arena in here where all the rogue trainers and stuff are, which is super cool. I really like this. There's not much going on here yet. I'm hoping more occurs because right now it's kind of just... there's a rogue trainer, but it's kind of just fodder. So we'll be interested to see what happens with this area because there's no under construction sign here, but I'm kind of thinking everything here is under construction. So let us go into our bank, which is perfect for the rogues, is that you would have this. So you have the vault guards and just piles of treasure from all the bounties and all the assassinations over the years. We've got some big murlocs and all sorts of funky stuff. Some nice Mogashon stuff. Yeah, some of the old treasure chests. Lovely. Absolutely awesome. Just vaults and stuff. And there he is, Noggenfogger himself. So what can I do for you today, Mr. Urtwaz?
Hurry back!
Power, eh? You bet. I've got just the thing. We've managed to... No, I'm not doing that. We managed to get our hands on a rare venom from an uncharted island deep in the South Seas. We captured as much of it as we could. I had my boys build... It's not written correctly yet. Build a forge that can inject the venom into weapons. But just in small quantities for now until we've got a better handle on its effects. Anywho, we've got it locked up in a secure area just over there. You're free to use it for a price, of course. I wonder if anybody will actually pay this guy. Hold a weapon to his throat. Okay. I don't want any trouble. Go ahead. Jeez, I'm just trying to make some fucking money, dude. That's all. So our first ability is Gormar's Bite. Now, I'll read you the tooltip, but it's not really working yet. You strike at the enemy for 0 damage and snare them for 80% until cancelled. This is change. What's funny? What's funny is this has changed since yesterday. Yesterday when I got this ability, it did 5% damage. That's what it said. I don't know what that was supposed to mean. Well, this is wildly unfinished. So all these abilities are basically shadow reflection, unless they've changed them as well. When using an opener, a shadow clone appears and assists you in attacking the target. When using an opener, Akari's soul appears for 4 seconds and repeats the opener. And over here we have finality, where your shadow reflection... No, I'm joking. After using a finisher, your next finisher of that type is empowered. About the most boring things in the world, but wildly unfinished. So we're okay with that. So this is just like hamstring now, pretty much. This has changed since literally yesterday. That's kind of interesting for me.
Talk to me.
Okay, the ejection power. Okay, so we've upgraded our weapons, and now we have to go and choose where we want to level, and that does bring us to the end of the Sub-Rogue Artifact quest. So, once again, I'm ignoring a lot of how this plays. You can finish the quest, that's more than enough for us to demonstrate. And now we're nearly done with all the Artifact quests, and we can do proper class analysis and spend some time on this. But the Sub-Rogue will be a while until it gets its proper changes. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be good. I'll see you again. Bye-bye.